When most people talk about great fixed blades, the conversation goes straight to the same American brands. But dig deeper, and there's a whole different world of European knives that rarely get the credit they deserve. Finland, Sweden, Italy, Spain, Ukraine. These countries have produced fixed blades built on completely different philosophies, from traditional bushcraft tools to modern tactical designs and premium survival knives. This is BladeRank, and here's the countdown of the 10 European fixed blades that deserve way more attention. Fixed blades only, no folders sneaking onto this list. Number 10. Cudeman ENT-158-M. This Spanish blade immediately grabs the attention of anyone who appreciates purpose-built bushcraft knives. Cudeman has deep roots in Spanish knife manufacturing, and this model brings that heritage into a modern outdoor package. A substantial 12 centimeters blade, roughly 4.5 millimeters thick, in baller N690 Co steel with a Scandinavian grind and a micarta handle with red liners. That Scandi grind gives it a very direct, predictable cutting geometry, ideal for feather sticks, shaping branches, and general campsite carving. At 12 centimeters, it hits a sweet spot. Enough blade for serious chores without turning into an oversized survival tool. Worth noting, Cudeman specifically doesn't recommend it for prying or machete-style chopping. That's not a flaw, just knowing what the knife is actually built for. Number 9. BPS Knives Adventurer CSHF. Heading to Ukraine for this one, and it brings a completely different personality. A very traditional design in an industry full of synthetic materials and aggressive styling. It runs a 1066 carbon steel blade at roughly 56-57 HRC, a Scandi grind, full tang construction, and a walnut handle treated with Danish oil, built specifically for bushcraft, survival, and woodworking. The warm walnut handle gives it a classic feel, while the full tang build underneath gives real confidence for demanding use. BPS also offers it with a leather sheath and ferro rod, making it campsite ready out of the box. The carbon steel does need a bit more moisture attention, but that's part of the appeal for outdoorsmen who like traditional working steel, a genuinely original piece of Ukrainian knife making. Number 8. EKA Nordic W11. A knife that shows off the Scandinavian talent for blending traditional looks with modern function. EKA has a long history in Swedish knife making, and the Nordic W11 looks like a serious outdoor companion rather than a display piece. Roughly 4.33 inches of Swedish 12C27 stainless, full tang construction, a convex grind, and wooden handle scales. That combination gives you the corrosion resistance of Swedish stainless with full tang confidence, wrapped in a distinctly Scandinavian wooden handle that stands apart from the sea of black tactical blades out there. The blade length is genuinely practical for food prep, carving, and general utility, and the convex grind gives excellent cutting performance with a robust edge. One catch, some listings show this model as discontinued, so it may take some hunting to track one down. Number 7. MKM Macro 2. Here the countdown swings toward compact modern design. MKM, Maniago Knife Makers, represents the precision side of the Italian knife industry, and the Macro 2 is built around the idea that a fixed blade doesn't need to be huge to be useful. It's compact enough for genuine everyday carry, hiking, light outdoor work, food prep, cordage, without feeling like carrying survival gear. MKM offers dedicated Kydex carry setups including belt and neck configurations, and the design carries that clean, refined Italian machining aesthetic without unnecessary features. It's proof that a smaller blade focused on precision over brute force can genuinely be more useful for most everyday tasks. Number 6. Extrema Ratio Requiem. Staying in Italy, but the personality flips completely. Where the Macro 2 is compact refinement, the Requiem is aggressive modern field design. Its narrow, spear-like profile sets it immediately apart from Scandinavian outdoor knives, running about 4.5 inches of baller N690 stainless with an overall length near 9.25 inches. The N690 steel gives useful corrosion resistance with solid edge performance for field conditions, and despite the aggressive look, it stays manageable in the hand. Put it next to the BPS Adventurer, and they look like they came from entirely different industries. Proof of just how different European knife philosophies really are. Number 5. Fällkniven S1X. This is where things get seriously substantial. Fällkniven built its name on high-performance outdoor knives, and the S1X pushes that survival philosophy into a robust, full-tang format. A 132mm blade, roughly 6mm thick, convex edge, laminated cobalt steel, full tang, weighing around 290 grams. That thickness gives it real structural presence, but the convex edge geometry keeps genuine cutting performance intact rather than just relying on brute thickness. A classically Scandinavian approach where strength doesn't have to sacrifice the edge. Fällkniven has even published break testing data on their X-series knives to show their structural durability. At 132mm, it sits in a genuinely useful middle ground, big enough for demanding tasks, controllable enough for detail work. Number 4. Cudeman MT-5. This one makes sense the moment you pick it up. No unnecessary complications, just the fundamentals that actually matter outdoors. Practical shape, solid construction, useful steel, and a sheath built for real field carry. The MT-5 has been around for years, and there's documented field footage of this exact model handling battening, chopping, and whittling. Real proof beyond spec sheets. It hits a great balance of size and capability, substantial enough to feel like a serious tool, but not so big it becomes awkward for detail work, with that old-school Spanish character that sets Cudeman apart from modern tactical fixed blades. Number 3. LionSteel T6. Here the list moves into genuinely heavy-duty territory. LionSteel positions the T6 between their M7 and T5 models for tactical, camp, and general outdoor use. A 147.5mm blade, roughly 5.5mm thick, in CPM 3V steel, weighing around 370 grams. CPM 3V is known for excellent toughness, exactly what a knife like this is built around. The solid canvas micarta handle and Kydex carry system give it a modern, professional look, and at nearly 15 centimeters of blade it's substantial without tipping into oversized chopper territory. The whole knife feels genuinely engineered rather than just a thick piece of steel with a handle bolted on. Versatile enough to work as a serious outdoor knife, tactical blade, or premium hard-use tool. Number 2. LionSteel Bushcraft Plus. A knife doesn't need to be exotic to be excellent. This European brand knife runs roughly a 4.5-inch blade in 14C28N stainless, full tang construction, a drop point profile, and G10 handle scales. A combination that makes total sense for a practical outdoor knife. The blade length handles serious bushcraft tasks while staying controllable, and 14C28N gives a genuinely useful balance of corrosion resistance and easy maintenance for wet forests and changeable weather. There's nothing overcomplicated about it. Dependable dimensions, useful steel, comfortable handle, practical sheath. It's a knife built to actually be used rather than babbied, and that straightforward practicality is exactly why it lands at number 2. Number 1. Extrema Ratio Fat Boy. This is where the countdown reaches its most extreme point. Extrema Ratio calls the Fat Boy one of its most robust fixed blade designs, built around substantial dimensions, N690 steel, and a construction philosophy focused entirely on strength and durability. This isn't a lightweight, discreet carry option. It's about presence, about carrying a knife that feels like serious equipment the moment you pick it up. After a countdown spanning Spanish bushcraft, Ukrainian and Swedish outdoor design, compact Italian precision, aggressive European tactical knives, and Swedish survival engineering, the Fat Boy is the logical, unapologetic conclusion, modern, aggressive, industrial, and unmistakably Italian, built around real-world field requirements rather than trying to be everything to everyone. That's our top 10 underrated European fixed blades of 2026. From the purpose-built Cudeman ENT-158-M at 10 to the unapologetically heavy-duty Extrema Ratio Fat Boy at number 1. Which one deserves way more attention than it gets? Drop your pick in the comments, subscribe to BladeRank, and we'll see you in the next one.